So we found ourselves in Mithras Tomb. There's a set of armor that I'm after. It's called the Forlorn Suit of Armor. I can't remember the exact name. But it's a full suit of chain that I believe has stats on it. It may not have stats on this server, but it would be really nice to have as we progress our character. I've updated my spec as I'm level 12 now, and this is my current spec right now. I'm 10 flex, 9 soul rend, 6 shield, and 7 parry. I know this is going to look like a really weird spec to a lot of veterans out there, but it's really good here for my character. That's just PvE focused. It's surprisingly effective, right? Whenever you stack multiple sources of avoidance, it starts to get very powerful when you combine them together. So like if we have a 15% chance to parry and a 10% chance to block, like these things are going to cumulatively add up to be like a 23% chance to avoid damage outright, right? Like the numbers may not be exact there. But generally speaking, that's how it's going to work. Because like you're either, when the attack comes in, you're going to parry it or not. And then if that fails, then you're going to block it or not. And then if that fails, then you're going to take the damage. So you have those two different chances to avoid the damage outright. And the higher these go, the more potent they get. So if I remember correctly, hold on, let's see what this is. No, it's nothing. Okay. If I remember correctly, the way that parry and block work, when damage comes in, like it first checks evade, if you have evade, and then it checks parry, and then it checks block. So parry being first in our calculation as to what we're interested in. We're keeping our parry just a little bit higher than our block because we want parry to happen. But if it does get through our parry, we'll get the block, and then that'll get us the Viper style, which provides the stun here, which is again going to help with our survivability. But yeah, that's just a quick little, not diving into it at all. That's a bit of a thing of how the combat works in this game. Whenever damage comes in, it's going to check all these different things that are going to let you avoid the damage outright, and then it's going to hit your mitigation, which is modified by the absorption of the armor factor of the armor, the quality of the armor. Then it's going to hit your resists. There's a lot to min-maxing your character. And that's one thing that's really interesting about Dark Age and really fun. You're able to, build your character in a very powerful way. At the end of the day, like you start to get some homogenization with your gear because you're going to template and have everything pretty much maxed out. But it's still fun to think about. And in this classic era, you kind of have to make decisions and choices as to what you're going to prioritize, because it's very likely you're not going to be able to get every single stat you want. So like right now, like we don't really have any resists. We just kind of have the racial resists that we start with as a Breton. And then we just have very minor increases to our actual stats. So, there's a lot of gearing that we need to do. There's a lot of gear. Okay, so here's an orange. I have not fought an orange yet on this level, so let's see how this does. Does not look like it's going to go very well. So we may want to see about running, but we'll see what happens. Just throw out our life tap here. We might be okay. Especially if we get some, parries and blocks and get our styles going. I'm actually going to go on ahead and use my damage add just to make sure that we're okay. And it's not looking great. It's getting kind of close. More close than I usually like to, have things be. I think we're going to be alright though. That last hit was pretty good. Throw another dot out just to be safe. Yeah, we're good. Got a nice proc there that gave us some life and good damage on the target. Oh, he resisted. That's not good. Very nice. So we're going to rest up here a little bit. If you watch me play for a prolonged period of time, you may see me fighting greens and blues, just constantly non-stop. This is kind of why. Whenever you fight a higher level mob, like yeah, you can kill it, but it's gonna drain a lot of your resources, and you're gonna have downtime. And he obviously gives a lot more XP than a blue con would, but I'd rather be actually killing mobs than sitting. So it's more chance at loot. It's more chance at getting currency and equipment and stuff like that. So I'd rather fight the lower level mobs because it feels more profitable to progressing my character as opposed to just sitting here wounded. So let's just see what we got. Let's fight this guy here. So you notice on my hotbar, I've removed my PvE styles to another hotbar. Let's back up. I don't know where that guy's pathing to, and I'm kind of scared. You need to be really careful here. Midgard's taking our keeps. Yeah, let's see what's happening here. Yeah, okay, he stays down there. But yeah, I've got this macro on my hotbar here that moves me to to page 2. So I hit 5, it takes me to 2, and then I just hit 1, 2, 3, 4. The reason I have the same spell on 4 is because whenever I hit 4, after hitting 3, it's going to cancel all my PBAOEs because I'm using the same one again, and then I hit 5 and I go back. So it's usually how I play melee characters. I put, like, you know, if I had a King Snake, my parry style, and the follow-up was Tiger Snake, I would, like, have it so, oh, whenever you parry, hit 2, and then that'll take you to this page where you have everything kind of on the first couple buttons. I don't really like hitting 6 to 0 if I can avoid it. It's very easy to fat finger and mess up. So yeah, I think there's some named mobs a little bit lower that could drop what we're looking for. I'm not exactly sure where they are, and I'm not exactly sure if our character is high enough level to engage with them. Let's kind of have a look at the map, which these maps are not very useful. But I think right here, where my mouse is, there's some named mobs, or a named mob that might be able to drop it. So we zoned in here, and a lot of these like exits or abandoned mines and stuff, this is not real. That's not how it is now. So there's quite a bit to this dungeon. If we can make it to this room, I feel pretty comfortable that I could finish my level out there, and then we would try to go a little bit deeper. I think you could stay in Mithras till close to 20 if you really wanted to, and I really don't mind. I think I very well may die if I stay too long, because like things respawn and it's easy to get overwhelmed, and I might accidentally PBAOE something I didn't mean to, but it's good XP and it's a good time. I like being in dungeons. I think they're a pretty fun part of the game. So down here, we're just kind of looking for our, you know, do we parry, do we block, do we get any? See, there's a parry, so we're going to throw out King Snake. That's going to hit extra hard. And otherwise, we're just kind of happy to just have normal default attacks. We don't really want to waste endurance just in case we get ads. So we're going to get a nice stun here. We might as well just run behind the guy. Should do some extra damage from behind. If I remember correctly, this game has the system where it calculates like the dot of like, are you in front, are you to the side, are you behind, that kind of thing. And you can do bonus damage from behind. Pretty sure mobs do the same thing. Like they'll do bonus damage if they're to your behind, and I also believe you can't parry or block if they're not in a frontal cone. But take that with a grain of salt. I don't honestly remember, but I do believe so. So let's just delve a little deeper. Hopefully we don't get mobs repopping on us, but oh, that's back up. There's 2 blues. So we'll just wait on our dot to come back up and pull back up here. The only thing we're really scared about, there's the undead believer. He's orange, and he passed around, and he's the one thing that could kind of take us out if we're not paying attention. But yeah, getting some procs from our payment to Iran. It's a very powerful part of the class. You get life tap procs that do damage and heal. Very important to your sustain. Yeah, so standing right here is definitely risky. This is a place that mobs could very easily spawn on me, but I really want to try to push through. Because there's a specific room that if I get to, I'll feel really comfortable to just kind of hang out. And unfortunately, these guys are in my way, so yeah, there's another mob I didn't see, so we gotta be careful. So I want to sit and get a little more endurance. I think if we go in this corner, we might be safe here if things pop. When you're solo, I don't think things aggro you nearly as much than if you're in like a big party. Wow, that was a really hard hit. King Snake 37 plus 25. So yeah, let's just keep pushing on. And I believe the room we're looking for is just literally right around the corner. Yeah, but it might be another hallway, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, it's down this hallway, I do believe. But no, I've really been enjoying this character a lot more than the Necro. I was playing that Necro. I played one on Death Sight, and then I decided to re-roll to Pain Working, and that was good fun. I started to have a good time with her towards the end. I was just kind of like AoE pulling, like 3 or 4 mobs at a time and just dotting them down, and it was pretty fun. But melee is my true love in this game. I really just enjoy the way it works, especially with hybrids where you have spells too. It's really satisfying to pay attention and, you know, hit your style. Like, you know, oh, I parried, I got my King Snake, I blocked, I got my Viper, like, that's really fun. I thought about playing a Mercenary too. And when I was looking at the class, I didn't seem like they got anything more defensive besides parry, besides evade 1. I don't know if they get evade 2, which I felt like if you're gonna be doing PvE focus like this, you need, uh-oh, this is bad, okay, hold on. But I was gonna say you need something more than, alright, let's just do this. Can't believe she just walked around that corner and aggroed me immediately. Let's see if we can get our camera in a way that we can see what's coming, because we're in a dangerous situation. We popped our damage ad, which has really helped carry this fight pretty well. So, fortunately, it's not going to be too bad. But see this, she's walking over here. She could very well aggro me, and if she hits me while I'm sitting, it's going to hit really hard. So I gotta pop immediately. So I'm in, like I said, I'm in a very dangerous situation right now. We need to be very careful. Oh no, Castle Excalibur is under siege. I guess they're stealing our relics. Poor Albion. They don't really have a great population, it seems, on this server, but I don't really care about that too much since I'm just playing PvE. The only thing I really wish was that, you know, we had Darkness Falls. I'd really like to show off Darkness Falls. It's a really cool zone. But that's contingent upon your realm actually doing things, you know, accomplishing goals and stuff. Yeah, so we're going to go up and turn left, I believe. And then we'll be at the room we're looking to be in. And hopefully we can make it. The XP is really good though. I'm just about to ding, so I'm just going to kind of make sure I get that level before we move on. Just in case we get another Pather. It's going to help a lot if it's even con to us as opposed to orange. Nice. Ding 13. And yeah, see this Pather here, I think he might have been orange a second ago, but now he's even. So let's see. Yeah, this is the room we're looking for. These undead guardsmen. Oh, you know what? This is actually a little lower level than I thought. See, this game is weird the way they lay things out. Like, you have to kill like a lot of high level mobs to get here, and then everything's green. It's like, why is it that way? Might be because I just dinged and they were blue, but yeah. I was really looking forward to killing the Forgotten Promise for a while because I think he can drop one of the armor slots I'm looking for. I'd really like to get the Hauberk of the Forlorn. It's a pretty good slot for me. So I guess we're just going to start killing these guys, because I don't know if I pull the Forgotten Promise if they'll all come. So we want to just make sure that on our first pull we'll be able to test that. So I'm doing crush damage. This guy's wearing plate, and I'm not doing bonus damage to him. So I guess that's just graphical. The plate, I mean. Okay, so we're going to try to pull the Forgotten Promise now. I don't think he's going to social anything. But if he did, I think I could handle all the mobs. We'll see. Yeah, he just comes by himself. And he's really weak. Surprisingly weak. I guess there's a, I don't think there's a, yeah, if you type /RW, there's no realm map on this server, so I can't even like look at like how bad things are. Wait, Midgard owns all of Alb, all of Mid. What is going on? Wow, man, we're just getting owned. It is what it is, though, I guess. Well, if anybody out there watching wants to come to Albion's aid, you should roll a character and fight back the Midgard forces. So yeah, I want to progress. So this guy's coming this way. I guess I'll fight him. So let's see. That room didn't really bear fruit for what I wanted. So we're right here. That's the room. So let's go north, and then so we're gonna go this way and then turn left. You know what? We might actually just go straight through. I'm really curious what this big room here is. I don't remember. Yeah, fighting these even cons, they just take a little bit too long. So I probably could have killed 2 blues in this time. Am I like debuffed? Like my character is just like not swinging. Okay, I don't know what's going on here, but I'm scared. Like, why is my character just not swinging? I don't think we can. Man, it's gonna be tough. So what we need to do is we need to kill this as quickly as possible, and we need to get into the room. That was really scary. Yeah, we're just gonna sit back here in the corner and rest up a little bit. That got way too close. But yeah, my character felt like it missed like 3 rounds in a row for some reason. I'm not really sure if that was lag or what was going on. So before we move on, I want to try this Forgotten Promise one more time. I want to see if he drops the item I'm looking for. I can't even honestly confirm that he does drop it. But some research online looked like he might, so I'm happy to kill him a couple times and see what we get, but it doesn't look like anything useful here. So we're going to try to work our way back out and find another, you know, hub room to set up camp in. Nice little king snake there. Alright, let's see if we can squeeze out and see what we see. It's really important we don't aggro anything walking left to right. Yeah, there's a botched sacrifice right there. Okay, another one there. This one's much higher level. I'm kind of fearful to walk that way. Let's just pull this guy. We're just going to pull him back. Oh, got stuck on the wall there. Okay, we'll just fight him in here. So while I was hunting here towards the entrance, I started to notice like the way camps work, you know, obviously that camps have an XP bonus when they haven't been hunted for a long time. It accumulates over time, and you know, it's a pool that gets depleted as the mobs are killed. But it seems like the respawn rate also is modified quite significantly, more significantly than I remember on this server. So if you start killing a camp a lot, it's going to start taking much longer to respawn. And I wish that were more consistent, because when I'm trying to like clear a hallway, sometimes I gotta sit and rest, and mobs start to respawn, and I gotta clear the hallway like multiple times, you know, so I can actually move forward into the dungeon. And it's obviously balanced, quote unquote, around having like parties, but when you're solo, it makes things a lot slower and just a lot more difficult. I don't even want to say difficult, just tedious. Which isn't bad. I mean, we're playing this old school MMO solo. It's kind of tedious implicitly, right? So. But yeah, our effects, I don't think I ever talked about what the soul rending line does. We've got this one that lowers their absorption. This one which causes them to do less damage with melee attacks. And then we have one that just does area of effect damage. For us, honestly, the one that makes them do less... Oh god. Okay, this is not good. So these things like aggro from like a mile away, and I don't know why. But they're crazy. Like, he turned that corner and was immediately on me. Like, they have to have like infinite sight. Oh god. Okay, this is really bad. I think I'm dead. I think this is gonna be my first death. How long we got? We got 7 seconds on our proc. Our life tap. We might be able to pull it through. It's going to be really close. So what we need to do is kill this guy as soon as possible and not aggro anything else and get back to our room. And we might be okay. If this guy comes this way, I think I'm dead. Okay, so I'm really nervous because if those greens aggro me, I will die. But I really need to move now, because if respawns happen or I get aggroed by another basilisk dude, I am absolutely dead. So we're going to try to get a tick or two of health regen, which is not going. And then we're going to head back to the Forgotten Promise room. Okay. If I aggro one, I'm okay. Uh-oh, that's not good. There's a blue. Okay, so we didn't aggro the zombie. This guy will aggro if he sees us, but unfortunately his line trace is blocked by the little wall here. So we're gonna have to fight him. But he is a pretty low con blue. We could probably kill him now. In fact, I think I will. I think we're gonna do it. Yeah. Very easy. I was really scared I was going to die. I'm not playing with like a true 100% hardcore. Like if I die to something like really silly, like I just, a player trains me or something, I'm going to let it go. But something like that absolutely would have been like a deserved death, like a hardcore death, delete your character and start over. So I think I'm going to call this one here. That was pretty stressful. So thanks for checking it out and hope you have a good one. Bye.